Well, we actually,
And we've been at it for 2 years now. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I see Phil in almost every picture.
Really?
His deputy comes.
Okay, he's a couple minutes behind us. I mean, look, they're unveiling the helmets and everything. Is that window even in place?
All the caps.
Good morning. It is 9:36 a.m. on Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. I'm Mayor Chris Martin calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Adrian Grant,
Here.
Chris Martin,
Here.
Jacob Holmeston.
Here. All right, we'll start with the approval of minutes for the March 22nd, 2023 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for March 22nd.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Holmeston,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Abstain. All right, on to the approval of claims for $434,845.10. This includes claims for $73,432.22. Payroll for March 30th, 2023 for $251,146.13. Police pension pay, $34,414.19. Fire pension pay, $65,511.84. Resolution 2022-138, $1,300.50. Resolution 2021-139, $9,040.22. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Holmeston,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, any public comment? Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for us, please. All right, seeing none, no old business, on to new business. Contracts and agreements, NIPSCO settlement agreement for project 2021-2, Erie Avenue Phase 1. Kelly?
This is an agreement we reached with NIPSCO regarding the Erie Avenue project, phase number 1. Problems arose with some information that was inaccurate, that caused delays, caused the project not to be completed on time and under the budget. So there's been an increase in expenses, which we have negotiated with them, and they have agreed to pay the $111,642 as compensation to the city for the costs incurred by the city in this project because of that.
Very good. Appreciate Deputy and Kelly for working very hard on getting us the settlement. I'll make a motion to approve the NIPSCO settlement agreement for project 2021-2, the Erie Avenue Phase 1.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Holmeston,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, 2023 mowing services contracts. Memorial Home. Ross?
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
These are the yearly mowing contracts, pretty similar, other than Rosie isn't doing it this year. So you recommend H&H Landscaping. I met with them. They seem like they have their stuff in order. One contract is for all of the city and LMBC properties to be mowed, and then separately we made one specifically for the Memorial Home because it has its own allotment of money
Budget.
that is separate. So
Gotcha.
that's why there's two.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the 2023 mowing service contracts for the Memorial Home.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to make sure that everybody understands that the mowing contract for the city properties is for over the $6,000 that was originally budgeted, with the possibility, if any of those properties are sold and we reduce those off of the roll, it'll go down. But we do have additional funds and miscellaneous expenses that can cover that couple $100 that it'll be over. And then the same thing with the Memorial Home. I think it's $2,500, wasn't it, Ross? And the Memorial Home has a $1,500 mowing expense, but it also has some miscellaneous expenses available to it to help cover the tree trimming and the shrubbery that'll be done.
Okay, very good. right, call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Holmesel.
Yes.
And I'll make a motion to approve the 2023 mowing service contracts for city and LMBC projects, properties. Sorry. Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, thank you, Ross. All right, Bruce Lip Engraving, Agreement of Service. Jan?
This is for the boulders we had over at Fairview Playground, and he did all the engraving on those boulders for all the thank yous and recognitions that had to be done. So anyway, that's what this is about.
Very good. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the Bruce Lip Engraving Agreement of Service.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thank you, Jan. Visual Edge IT Managed Services, LPD, Chief Yike. Good morning.
This is just a new contract for RT, or for our IT. We decided to go with a new company, which is also employed by the city, so we will have the same IT company that works for the entire city.
Do you know how long these contract's for?
9 months is for to the end of the year.
We're doing a 9-month contract currently, and then it's our goal is to try to put it all under one umbrella in January to start the new year, so that it all serviced under one.
Perfect. Okay, okay. That was my question. Okay, very good. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the Visual Edge IT Managed Services, LPD.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, noise ordinance request. Stephanie is not here. This is for the Squeal and the Eel Festival taking place on June 17th from 10 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. The festival will consist of several activities for the whole family throughout the day. They wrote the letter to get approval for a noise ordinance at the festival, as the last band is performing from 9 to 10:30 p.m. and the City of Logansport has a noise ordinance that ends at 10 p.m. Blackstone Cherry is the final band of the evening on June 17th, 2023. They did this last year, so I'll make a motion to approve the noise ordinance request.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right. Electrical license for Tim Ruby doing business as Electric Man LLC. Everything is here. So I'll make a motion to approve the electrical license for Tim Ruby doing business as Electric Man LLC.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right. Application for curb street cut. This is for the City of Logansport Steinberg Construction existing curb entrance located on the south side of High Street.
Yeah, this is just a new driveway for the new police department. They're
Oh,
moving it.
gotcha. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the application for curb street cut.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Holmesel,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Dan.
Rental Property Inspector's Monthly Report for March 2023.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, so my report for March, I inspected 51 parcels, of which there were 123 units. 28 of those were new inspections, 95 were re-inspections. I was able to hand out 11 certificates from those inspections. 2 I had to reschedule. 20 were new registrations, none were removed from the registration, and I was able to get 5 vacant properties registered. Out of all those inspections, I was able to send 94 letters, so.
Very good. Make a motion to approve the rental property inspectors monthly report for March 2023.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Very good.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Christian.
Christian.
Thanks.
Building Commissioner condemnation request 719 East Market Street. Is there anyone here to represent 719 East Market Street? Come forward.
Good morning, everyone.
Please state your name and address for us, please.
Yes, my name is Abhay Deva, 719 East Market Street, Logansport.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, 719 East Market Street, known as Lincoln House, owner Blue Light Incorporated. Initial letter was sent out for a rental inspection on 12/27/22 and 11/29/22. We got date of pictures of 1/30/23. On 2/31/23, electrical inspection was done, and on the panel was found that it was out of order. I mean, it was in bad shape. It needed to be redone. It had a 200 amp service coming in with basically a 100 amp line coming into the breaker panel, which was set up as a 200 amp panel. So that needed to be reworked. We had a lot of splices inside the panel. We had some breakers that was oversized for the wire size in the panel. There was on 2/31/23, Blue Light received their violation report from the rental inspector. On 3/31/22 or 23, we re-inspected, and he received that report that day of the rental inspection. On 2/23, the order was issued on electrical panel to be reworked, and he was to have that done by 3/30/23. It was not done at that point in time, but a permit was pulled by a licensed electrician that day. I have checked on that this morning, and the work has been completed in the electrical panel, and it has passed. It has passed my inspection, and I also had PJ from LMU, the electrical side, that has inspected it, and so it has passed. That has been resolved. But we have multiple issues here. We got holes in the floor. We have a bathroom situation. We do not have enough bathrooms for, that means shower, toilet, sinks, for the number of occupants in this rooming house. It states in our ordinance that it is for every 4 people, you are to have a full water closet. That means shower, toilet, and sink. He only has 2. There are 21 units in this building, plus 0 and 00, which adds 2 more units. So for every room that's in there, it's actually considered a unit. So whether he has some units that he has like 6 units that actually has bathrooms. So if we take that number off, that leaves 15 units left. And that would still require him to have 2 more full bathrooms to service those 15 units. And we actually go by per numbers of people, not units, number of units, but I'm kind of laying it out as the capabilities of having 15 more people being served for restrooms. He does not have enough. The roof, it has been picked up from the neighbor's parking lot. It is an unsafe situation. The roof needs to be redone. It is in very bad shape. We do know and got pictures that there has been leaks from the roof, from the inside of the ceiling. It's very, very poor condition. It has exceeded its lifespan. The roof has. He has tried to come in and get a permit for that, but he's been denied because he's not been able to list a contractor to do it. And by that means is it has to be a contractor to do this roof because he has to have the liability insurance. It is a business. He doesn't own it and live in it himself, and no one else lives in it. It's not, an owner cannot do it. A contractor actually has to do the work. And then in one of our inspections, I have come across in the basement that there was a raw sewage smell, but we couldn't find where it was coming from. I asked him, we had a small issue that we got resolved. Well, as today I found where it was coming from this morning. We got raw sewage coming down into the basement into your water pump. So I am actually recommending condemnation today.
That's not true. I beg to differ from you.
It doesn't matter whether you do or don't. We're done talking about this. And I'm not going to argue with you. I've got pictures of this. And this place is not in a state to rent to people. These people should not have to live in these type of conditions.
Okay, the smell you're talking about, that has been taken care of already, and it was coming from number 6 drain pipe, which we are getting fixed. Okay.
As of this morning, I found it, and I took pictures of it this morning when I was to do my re-inspection on the electrical panel. Literally, it was running underneath your steps from the crawl space.
But that was not mentioned in any of your reports. I had no idea what is next, because every time you keep adding new items, like for example, last time you went, we need to have the battery backup for exit signs. It wasn't, every time they go in there, they add new things, or you need to put the locks on this thing, digital this thing. I'm willing to work every single day and get my guy, get on all these things. And there is no reason. We took care of the electrical right away. I went to him, look, you're giving me only 3 days. The electrical inspector was supposed to give me a written report. Look, this is what we have found, and this needs to be fixed, which was never given. I went to him. I said, what happened to the electrical report? No report. There will be no report. We'll give you 3 days, fix it, or we're going to condemn it. I mean, that's not the way anything can be done.
When it comes to the electrical panel, it does. Because you wouldn't get an electrical report from LMU.
Okay, that's what you told me, but I did not know that the situation was...
walked with us.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that I don't need the report. I still need your report from the electrical inspector, which he never gave me. So how am I supposed to do? What am I going to do?
Hire an electrician. And you were told to come up and get the list of all our electrical contractors. You did not. So then we gave you the letter and gave you the list of electrical contractors.
Okay, you gave me the list, but I was not told what needs to be done. I have to be told in writing, these are the issues which need to be fixed.
I'm recommending condemnation.
No,
I'm done.
Okay, you may be done, but I disagree with you. And we have taken, as soon as I went to you, I said, look, we already have the inspector lined up, electrical contractor. He took care of it right away, even though you gave me only 3 days to fix the electrical problem.
I gave you 5.
No, okay, well.
And you're supposed to be done as of the Thursday when he pulled the permit. Okay. And it wasn't done. I've let it go up to this point.
Okay, listen.
This morning.
24th, he came and posted on my door, which was Friday. There was no way to get any electrician on that day. So I said, okay, I'm going to talk about this I called every electrical contractor on that list, every one of them, and I found 2 good ones. And then he said, yep, but electrical contractors are not sitting around free. They have their busy schedule. So I still said, look, this is a priority thing, and he took care of everything. It's all done. So now he's bent on condemning the property, which I disagree with, that I can take care of everything which is there, but I would need time. But he keeps adding new things and then keeps saying, well, you have only this much time, 3 days, like for electrical, which was a very serious situation. I didn't have the report from the electrical inspector. How am I supposed to know? Am I supposed to dream that there is some serious problem? I'm supposed to look at the report and then line up the electrical contractor. So I think I hate to say you are totally out of line to harass me and do things which are totally out of line. I'm willing to do things. I'm willing to take care of all this. I don't make any money on this property. Everyone should know. I am doing it out of my retirement, which I get $2,000. I put that back in the property. I want to get the people here because they have no transition housing. We are the only ones who provide transitional housing, and he wants to condemn it. Why? I'm willing to do the work. We have done a lot of things. I have a whole list of things which we have already done. So I think we need to look at this from a positive light. Can you do this if we give you time? That's what it's about. I can take care. The windows are the main thing because other stuff is pretty much all done. Now this is a new thing about this backed up sewer, which you mentioned. This was not in any report. This is a new thing which now you are bringing it up in front of everybody. So we will get that fixed. I'm willing to get everything fixed which needs to be done, but I just need time and I need people to work with me and I need all of your support and cooperation because I am not a quitter. I'm going to get on this thing every single day. I'm going to send email. This is what was done today. These are the reports and these are the pictures. Here it is. Look at this. Every single day. I'm going to send it to him and you, and you can see every day.
When did we receive the first report of failure on this one? Is that the 231, or is there something that says March 2nd? Do you know?
He got his violation report, rental inspection on 2/31 of '23.
That date can't be right. 2/31, I mean, there's.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if March 2nd is in the letter.
Yeah.
See, the inspection was done on 30th January, but the report was delivered on 2nd of March, which was, yes, 2nd March. So I had no idea, what exactly needs to be done, unless I have a report.
1 second. So on the 2nd of March, we received the notice of the failed inspection with the items that need to be corrected.
This which failed the stuff when we did the inspection.
And was there a completion date of 31st of March? Is that?
He had 30 days to start
Okay,
getting
let
things done.
me explain that part. Christian here, he very clearly said, we will do 3 inspections. First is this report, and then we'll come back after 30 days, and we'll see what has been done. Then we'll come after 60 days, and we'll inspect and see what has been completed. And then we'll come at 90 days, and we want to make sure everything is done. So I'm going by the guideline which he initially provided, because I don't like the idea of this 3 days, or now the report is not out, and I don't know what needs to be done.
That was a safety.
What you don't understand about the electrical is
I'm not supposed to understand.
That was an unsafe situation that needed to be taken care of immediately.
But you did not notify me through a letter saying that this is an urgent situation, emergency situation, otherwise I'm going to condemn your property. It looks like you just want to condemn the property by hook or crook or by doing anything you can do. That's not right. If this was your property, would you like that?
So we've been dealing with 719 East Market Street since 2021. Okay? Our administration has been dealing with this property since 2021. Failed inspections multiple times from the rental side and the building side and code enforcement side as well. All 3 of our building departments' sides have failed this property multiple times. This property has gotten by with a lot through past administrations as well. The time is done. We're done. You're over it.
I am not.
You've had 32, you failed 32 different items during a rental property inspection in March. The electrical situation was fixed, and that's fine, but now we've got a raw sewage problem.
I will get it fixed.
No. You've had multiple years to fix all of these problems, and they haven't been fixed. We're done with timing. We're done with giving you extensions and times to fix these problems. I don't think you understand where we're at and where we stand.
No, what I see is that you just, no matter what, you want to just condemn the property.
I understand where you think we stand.
Okay, but
we're not there where you think we are.
Okay.
Where we're at is where we need to be.
Okay, so
You have failed this community with what you have done with that building.
okay, just a second.
So that means that it needs to be condemned and we are done. period.
1 second. When I started in May of 21, Rob and I both started, we reached out multiple times to get this property in for inspection. Jamie Weston, she was a rental inspector, was allowed in there to do some inspection.
On
But we
10/5
were
of
not-
20.
10/5 of 20. We were never allowed to go back to do follow-up inspections. We had no communication from him at all. Letters returned, all this stuff. We wouldn't even gotten this inspection started if we wouldn't have had a code enforcement violation where he got fined that he had to take care of. That's when we were able to get all this stuff back on track.
Okay, let
It
me,
has been 3 years that there has not been a complete certification on this property. If this was any other property, any other business or property, it would be done. There wouldn't even be a question.
Yep.
okay, let me respond to what you were saying, that since 21 or whatever you're saying, I never received any letter from the building inspection department, from the previous building inspector, that this is what needs to be done.
Didn't let us.
Do you have
never
letters?
allowed
Did you
us
not-
to come back and
What he
do
just
the
said?
inspection on the property.
I didn't allow?
Yeah, the letters were sent, you never followed up to reset those inspections. We have copies of the letters on file where we put letter after notice after notice after notice that was sent to get back in to re-inspect.
I never refused anything. Do you have any documentary evidence?
This is just, it's gonna be an ongoing
No,
fight, but
you-
this has been 3
Right.
years. We have them on file where we send the
agree.
letters out.
All right, I'll make a motion to condemn the property at 719 East Market Street.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Mr. Martin, I disagree with your decision.
That's fine.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jake Paulson.
Yes. You should work with Rob to get these things taken care of, and you can get it uncondemned. But until then, you have to deal with the things that are wrong with the property, especially the sewage. I mean, that's a
No, no, back.
Okay, that's sewage was never mentioned in any report, and he found it out, so every time it's just new things, which I have no problem. I'm willing to fix anything which is not right, and I
We're
can
done.
say that. So,
Get it fixed.
You'll be able to prove it to us now.
okay, so from this point, should I continue doing the work so that the property is?
Yeah, you gotta work with Rob.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Work with Rob and make sure you can get it uncondemned.
Okay, so then condemnation would be,
Removed.
Yes.
Once you fix everything, yep.
thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, code enforcement weekly report. Randy? Good morning.
Morning, Randy.
All right, last week we set 27 new trash violations out. I got 20 cleared from the week before. We didn't issue any citations last week for that. We did 2 property cleanups last week, sent out 15 trash container warnings, and I got 4 properties that are extended or pending. Tagged 4 more cars last week, had 3 cleared from the week before by the owners, got 4 of those that are extended or pending. Had no new notices to appear, no properties brought in for the Board of Works, and no property cleanups ordered.
Very good. I'll make a motion to approve the code enforcement's weekly report.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jake Paulson,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, old business, 404 Humphrey Street, or is there anybody here to represent 404 Humphrey Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead.
All right, this property was tabled from 2 weeks ago. It is finishing up now, being cleared. They've came in, they paid their fine, they've been in contact with me. There's a dumpster there right now to finish up the project as we speak.
Awesome,
So at this point, we're gonna call this cleared and moved on.
very good. I'll make a motion to vote on the property at 404 Humphrey Street for cleanup. Any further discussion? Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
No.
Chris Martin,
No.
Jake Paulson.
No.
All right. 511 Schultz Street. Is there anyone here to represent 511 Schultz Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
Again, this was one that was tabled for about 30 days ago. At the time, I had spoke to John about getting this cleaned up and things that needed to be done. Said he was going to work with us. As of this morning, it all looks the exact same, nothing's changed. And I've had zero contact from John since then. The house itself sitting vacant at this moment. There's no electricity, water, or anything to it.
Is
So,
this a multiple violation?
not under our new system, no.
Okay,
We're just going to call it a single.
okay, simple. Property cleanup then?
Yep.
All right, I'll make a motion to do a property cleanup at 511 Schultz Street.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
All right, request for property cleanup for multiple violation properties, 325 Taney Street. Is there anyone here to represent 325 Taney Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This one again was, started on 315. This is actually a multiple violation property. Second time they've had a mattress sitting out like this. The, first time was on 2/1, and it was the same issue. We sent the information on how to remove the mattress and all that. They had taken care of it. Now they can put the mattress out there. As of this morning, it's all cleared and stuff, but this is still a multiple violation property.
Okay.
This is under our new system, so I mean, we're talking this is from the first year, this is the second time.
So it was cleared and another mattress is there this morning?
Yep, they cleared up the first one, and now they have another one here, so. It would actually fall under what we call our tier 1, which is like a 0 to 5.
0 to 5.
They'd be allowed to appeal.
And they have the ability to appeal. I've had no contact with them as well, so.
So they've done this since January of this year?
Since January, this is the second time.
The second time since January?
Yep, and then, well, since first year, our new system was in January. They did this actually second time since February. February 1st was when it happened the first time.
So they're aware of,
Yeah, and at that time, they received the bulk schedule, what it was required with the mattresses and stuff like that with their letter. And they took care of it then. They've actually taken care of it this time, but again, they can't just keep doing it over and over and over, so.
Well, I'll make a motion to place a $150 fine on 325 Taney Street.
That's fine with me. I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, thank you, Randy. Board member comments. Adrian?
Not anything today. Looking forward to warm weather.
I know, without the severe. Deputy, anything? No? All right, very good. Yeah, the severe weather's coming, so please be safe. It's going to be a weird day today, so be prepared. Thank you all for coming to.
I did want to state about that NIPSCO and the Erie Avenue. You were very correct about Jacob's involvement and how detailed it was and thorough, staying on top of everybody. But we also had good luck in that Dykeman Excavating, with their training and experience, kept us from becoming what could have been an extremely dangerous situation, and our cooperation from our engineers with Crossroad Engineers and the work they put in trying to find alternatives to get the project done in time, which just time ran out with weather to get it done. But those were two big pluses that we had on it, saving us from being a horrible problem.
Absolutely.
Very good, yeah, very good point.
That's a good,
Thank you,
that's a good
Kelly.
reminder.
Yes. All right. Miscellaneous business and any matters in order to consider, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 10:10.
Second.
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned. Department heads, take it back.